Forget the hemisphere shit.
Yeah, we do. We do that daily. Welcome to Flat Earth.
I just said that if we all look south on a compass or from our countries,
Well, what about the hemispheres you assumed?
just told you I'd let that go.
All right, I'd let that go too. Welcome to Flat Earth.
From those countries, we all see the same stars. No, declination is a thing.
And it's also where your argument dies, given that you've claimed everyone's looking in the same direction.
When was this done? Stop.
Sorry, they're not looking all south. There's 14 degrees of declination in Tasmania. It's 14 degrees of not looking in the same direction, his claim. Of course, he has to assume antipodal positioning when he looks at these stars and makes adjustments for how much he's not looking in the same direction as someone else with a compass. Of course, that's where an argument really has died, like half a dozen to a dozen times.
Degrees, considering you're looking at a 300-degree flat Earth.
Oh, thank you. Welcome to Flat Earth.
So it's flat?
So we're flat
Thanks,
then.
Man.
Well, that's good to know. So begging the question fallacy right there, my friend. Do you know what that fallacy means?
Sleepy just only asked me.
Maybe only speak to Sleepy rather than Nathan, who's going to take a big shit on your religion while Arwen interrupts me constantly. Yeah, you've assumed your outcome. You've said hemisphere. That's begging the question, you clown.
No, that's the...
Yeah, hemisphere. That's assuming antipodal star observations. Hemisphere. The bottom of a sphere. South is going to be the bottom of a hemisphere. It's begging the question. That's a logical fallacy. I mean, how thick are you? Maybe if you rage through me while I put this out. Maybe if you rage over the top of me. Yeah. Maybe that'll stop me pointing out that this is definitely a logical fallacy that you're using. You complete idiot. Maybe talking through it will stop it being a logical fallacy.
Forget the hemisphere shit.
Yeah, we do. We do that daily. Welcome to Flat Earth. Spoken like a true globe believer who's been converted to Flat Earth. I'll repeat. Forget that hemisphere shit. I totally agree. Yeah. Wouldn't you all concur on the panel? Forget that hemisphere shit. Correct? Yeah, we all do. That's exactly what we do here.
But I'm in Tasmania. Someone else is in Southern Africa.
Well, move on with the example. Even though you've already assumed hemispheres, you're just going to keep making this example. What about the hemispheres you assumed?
Just told you I'd let that go.
All right, I'd let that go too. Welcome to Flat Earth.
So if you let that go, you have no claim. Therefore, there's no point in asking a question.
Yeah,
right.
He's let that go, Chocolate. He's let that whole sphere, Earth, hemisphere shit go. He's let all that go. Welcome to Flat Earth.
I still don't know how this is all supposed to lead to some kind of antipodal stars.
It doesn't unless he assumes hemispheres.
I'm saying about the southern celestial pole rotation.
What about it? On a flat Earth, though, right? Forget all that hemisphere shit.
If someone is in South Africa, South Australia...
Sorry, you ignored my question there, Fundy.
No, Fundy.
Yeah. Hemisphere, you say. Yeah, you detailing this on a flat Earth now, right? Forget all the hemisphere shit. This is now being detailed by you on a flat Earth, correct?
I just said that if we all look south on a compass or from our countries...
On a flat Earth. Forget all that hemisphere shit. Yeah, we got that.
If we all look south from those countries, we all see the same stars.
On a flat Earth.
Now, on a flat Earth...
No, that would be what you've just described. I don't know why you're now introducing on a flat Earth when you've already done that, because you've told us to forget all the hemisphere shit. So you'd already described that, so I don't know why you're now going on to describe what we will observe on a flat Earth, because you've just done that.
And Nathan, you should let him finish.
Like, the guy just told us... Sorry, I've heard the guy tell me, quote, forget that hemisphere shit. Well, without assuming that there's hemispheres, this doesn't prove a sphere. So what exactly are you, pray tell, telling us it again for?
Nathan, will you ever close your big trap?
Hey, you can suck my balls, mate. Yeah, you've told us, and I quote, forget the hemisphere shit. Yeah, and I'm going to say again, welcome to Flat Earth.
I gave you that to try and shut you up.
Oh, what? Shut me up by assuming the sphere is no more? Yeah, I already assume I'm a flat earther. I don't assume spheres and hemispheres like you do, and did do when you use that term hemisphere to beg the question that your antipodal star observation is on a sphere. It's a begging the question fallacy. I think I've said that 5 times. You haven't actually addressed your logical fallacy, though. You've just said, forget that hemisphere shit. And then I welcomed you to flat Earth. You ignored me and proceeded to detail how we're going to observe the stars. Obviously, notwithstanding that we're going to forget that hemisphere shit, end quote.
Question, Nathan. We can talk as me all you want.
Sorry, he's just raging through me. What, you think that works, do you? What, just talk me through me non-stop and hope my words won't land with you? Yeah, they'll still land with the audience. This is what declination in Tasmania debate, rather than what does a fundy do when he says everyone's looking south and you point out that you've got declination, therefore they're adjusting, not looking in the same direction, even if he assumes antipodal hemispheres. Yeah, it's really about my knowledge of Tasmanian declination, this debate, really, isn't it?
You made a claim.
Yeah, they do have declination, right? People have declination. Declination is a thing. I'm not just making that up.
No, declination is a thing.
And it's also where your argument dies, given that you've claimed everyone's looking in the same direction, but declination is very specifically them moving their position off what they look at in terms of their magnetic position, though, isn't it? So if they're not looking all in the same magnetic position, the thing you originally said was what they claimed to all be looking the same way with, and they're adjusting it, they're not looking the same way. I mean, knowing the value for how much they're not now looking the same way is irrelevant. It's just where your argument dies.
Nathan,
I can just add a bit of clarity to this. If we're talking Tasmania, Launceston, then the amount you shit on his argument is by 14 degrees.
14 degrees of not looking all south.
Yeah.
Now I'd like to know, given we've definitely answered your 14 degrees of not looking in the same direction, shitting all over your argument to the degree of 14 degrees. Now that your argument's been shit on to 14 degrees, how salty are my balls?
Somebody had the white knight.
When was this done anyway? I hate this. When was this done anyway? You claiming if or everybody's looking south, you don't even know the declination. When was this done? Stop.
Sorry, they're not looking all south. There's 14 degrees of declination in Tasmania. It's 14 degrees of not looking in the same direction, his claim. Of course, he has to assume antipodal positioning when he looks at these stars and makes adjustments for how much he's not looking in the same direction as someone else with a compass. Of course, that's where an argument really has died, like half a dozen to a dozen times.
Degrees, considering you're looking at a 300-degree flat Earth.
Oh, thank you. Welcome to Flat Earth.
So it's flat?
So we're flat
Thanks,
then.
man.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, we already welcomed you earlier to Flat Earth. What with us forgetting about this hemisphere shit.
No scientific information whatsoever. You
Man,
can't even...
it's not only Nathan, you're a fucking idiot. It's not Nathan, we are all
Someone else
listening.
had to look that up for you on Google.
We are all listening your bullshit, yeah? It's funny, man. Listen this, that's what you are saying. Can you repeat that word what Nathan doesn't know?
The amount
What
of
he doesn't know.
declination.
Okay, amount of declination. If amount of declination, then globe. You convinced me very well.
Hey, Nathan Oakley is my fucking favorite right now. I love Nathan Oakley.
Yeah, me too.
He demolishes
Absolutely.
people. Oh, man.